Good morning, Dad.
Good morning, son. What made you get up so early?
Yeah, Dad, I have an extra class. I got to go.
Better have some breakfast before you leave.
Okay. Mom, what are you preparing for breakfast?
What would you like to prefer, either idli or dosa?
Well, I think it would be sensible to prefer neither. I don't want to be late. I'm leaving.
Hang on for 2 minutes. I'll get some Maggi noodles for you.
Okay.
Careful while eating. It's hot.
Wow, delicious. Bye, Mom. Bye, Dad.
Bye.
Why are you so early from college?
Let me in. I'm feeling sick.
Oh, get in. I'll get some water for you. What happened? You don't seem to be good.
It wasn't a good day. I have severe headache and vomitings in my classes and could hardly focus on my lecture.
Is it? Okay. Once your sister comes, she'll take you to doctor. Until then, take rest.
Get in, please. Hello, young man. How are you?
Hello, doctor. I'm not feeling good. I'm suffering from headache and vomiting since morning.
Is that so? What happened?
Even mom couldn't figure it out, doctor. He was healthy this morning.
Any outside junk did you have today?
Nothing, doctor, except Maggie in my breakfast and bread in lunch.
Well, I have just seen a similar patient few hours ago with same symptoms who said that he ate Maggie and not feeling well. Now it's you.
So, do you think my brother is suffering because he ate Maggie?
No, we can't conclude that. I will perform some tests and let you know. I'm going to take his blood samples and prescribe some medicines for now.
Okay, doctor. Thank you. We'll see you again.
Indeed. Take care. Don't eat any junk that you find outside on the roads.
Thank you, doctor.
You see this? Diagnosis proved that there is excessive content of lead in the sample.
Oh, is that so? This is so strange.
Yeah, MSG is naturally found in tomatoes, soya beans and mushrooms.
But some people say that they're allergic to MSG and causes them asthma, headache and other symptoms.
Instead of calling it MSG, we should call it as CRS, Chinese Restaurant Syndrome.
Why like that?
It is mainly found in Asian food styles.
Lalit, where did your sister place
reports?
It's right over there, down the table.
Hi.
Hi. What happened? You look worried.
This is Asan's medical report.
What?
Yes, it states containing excess of MSG found in his blood samples.
How?
Remember, in the morning he had Maggi noodles.
Yeah.
From then he is ill.
Similar thing happened with my colleague's son. He was telling it to me in the office today.
Oh, is he alright now?
No, the doctor told him to take rest for a couple of weeks. But my colleague has taken it a bit serious. He's gonna file a case against Nestle and the hearing is tomorrow.
Good decision. I think we should support your colleagues regarding this case.
Why do you think so?
I feel because we are not the only ones who have become the victims. There are many, and my intuition says that there are many suffering from the same problem.
Okay, I'll talk to him tomorrow about this issue.
Alright then, let's go and have a dinner.
In that way, Ajit and his wife Chandana decided to file a suit against Nestle Corporation, and the purpose was their son's illness. There was a similar case from another family whose child suffered illness, and the reason was he too ate Maggie. So the furious mother decided to sue Nestle Corporation, and now both the families with a strong purpose were prepared for the battle.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, before we proceed further, I must examine your qualifications to sit here as jurors. Please remember, you are under an oath.
Are all of you citizens? Please raise your hands if you're not.
Are any of you deaf or in poor health?
No. Have anyone of you served on a jury before?
No. Are there any justices of peace or law enforcement officers among you?
No.
So much for qualifications. Now we will discuss for the cause. Do any of you have any business pending with prosecuting attorney, Ms. Kamakshi Srinivasan?
No.
Do any one of you have pending business with Prerna Surana, attorney for the defense?
No. Are any one of you acquainted with the defendant sitting left to Miss Prerna? No. Will Miss Sirisha, the defendant's personal secretary, please stand up?
Do any of you know Ms. Sirisha?
No.
Thank you. Ms. Sirisha, you may be seated. The counsel may challenge the jury.
Your Honor, before counsels may challenge, may I introduce Mr. Karthik Raman to the court. Mr. Karthik is an Assistant General from Mumbai. Because of the peculiar nature of this case, I requested the Attorney General to allow Mr. Karthik to sit with prosecution.
Your reputation precedes you, Mr. Karthik. It's a privilege to have you in our court.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm sure it will be instructive.
Then we will proceed with the challenge for cause. Yours first, Miss Prosecutor.
Your Honor, I'd like to call the victim's father to the stand.
Sir, will you raise your right hand? Do you swear to tell the truth, only truth? So help you God.
Yes, I do.
Mr. Archit, were you aware about the expiry date on the noodles packet when you bought it?
Yes.
And it was edible at the time you made it and wasn't expired?
Yes.
Can you describe in your words what happened to your son that evening when he came home?
Well, that evening when he came home, he looked pale and complained about severe headache.
And it all caused due to the consumption of Maggie?
Objection, Your Honor. The counsel is trying to make a real suggestion for the jury.
Alright, I'll withdraw the question. So, Mr. Archit, was this the first time your son fell sick after consuming Maggie?
I believe so.
You believe so? You're not sure?
No, this was the first time.
Since when have you started purchasing Maggie?
Maybe 3 years?
Okay. Since then you have no issues?
No.
That's all, Your Honor.
Does the defense counsel has any questions for the witness?
No more questions, Your Honor.
Alright, the witness may step down. Call your next witness, please.
Meanwhile, the doctor's report of Lalit's blood samples was submitted to the judges by the prosecuting attorney Kamakshi, but it was subjected to objection by the defense counsel. They requested the judges for an higher order on research. And what did the judges do? This is what happened.
The court issues an order to FCI and FSSI to conduct a research on Maggi noodles content and produce the results in a couple of days.
It's 5 o'clock and we have had a full day. We admonish the jury not to discuss the case among themselves with their families, friends, or anyone else. The court is adjourned until 9 a.m. tomorrow.
We will again take up the case of People versus Nestle India. Is the defense ready?
Your Honor, I would like to introduce Dr. Oishi Saha. Dr. Oishi is a scientist and Commissioner of Food Safety in Delhi. So, Dr. Oishi, did you conduct a research on Maggi?
Yes.
And what was the result of it?
No high content of MSG was found in the Maggi.
And there was no excessive content?
That's absolutely correct.
Can you provide us the evidence?
Yes, sir. Right away.
Your Honor, this report vividly shows that the MSG content is within the prescribed limit as stated by the Food Standards of India 2006.
Objection, Your Honor. The evidence we submitted the day before states that the illness was caused due to MSG.
Yes, Ms. Kamakshi, I'm about to give me an explanation for that.
Which is Maggi not responsible for the illness?
Indeed.
But it doesn't sound convincing. I suppose jury is supposed to give the verdict and we stand here only for the cross-examination.
Well, thank you for edifying me, Ms. Kamakshi. I know I'm pretty much aware of it.
You better be.
This backbiting has got to stop. The next one of you that speaks out of turn should deal with me. Now, get with your cross-examination.
No more questions, Your Honor.
Does the prosecution have any questions?
Your Honor, the reports we were about to submit you yesterday state that there is a surplus lead content.
But these reports were submitted after well examining and thorough research, Your Honor, and I don't suppose the central authority would be wrong in it. Isn't that right, Dr. Oishi?
Every word you spoke is the truth, sir.
Those reports you submitted may be true, but these reports are certified by FSSAI and also certified by FCI, Ms. Kamakshi.
If that's the case, we shall go for further examine. No more questions, Your Honor.
The witness may step down. Call your next witness, please.
We call Mr. Parshuram, the Chief Executive of Global Nestle Corporation, to the stand.
Sir, please raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Parshuram, how old is your company?
149 years old, ma'am.
And you've been successful in the business with unblemished reputation so far?
That's correct, ma'am.
So, what do you think about this case?
Well, I think that someone is trying to besmirch our reputation.
So, there's nothing that you feel your company is responsible for these health issues?
Absolutely not. The quality of the product is our foremost priority.
You may proceed with your questions, Ms. Kamakshi.
Mr. Ram, do you add MSG in Maggi variants?
Yes, we do add it to enhance the flavor of the food, but only within the prescribed limits.
Then, what's your answer for these medical reports of the victims who fell sick after consuming your product?
As I told earlier, the quality of the product and safety are of paramount priority for us, and we have nothing to deal with such issues.
So you mean you do not add MSG that exceeds the limit?
Objection, Your Honor. The defendant has already answered that question.
Sustained. Can you change your question, Ms. Kamakshi?
Mr. Ram, as you told earlier that someone is trying to besmirch your reputation, who do you think it might be?
We have lots of contenders and I can't exactly name them.
No more questions, Your Honor.
So, the defendant may step down.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. I have called this press conference for two reasons. Firstly, to assure the citizens of India that consumption of Maggi is perfectly safe and there is no need to panic. Secondly, whatever rumors you have been hearing about us so far that consumption of Maggi is harmful to health has absolutely no truth in it.
Mr. Ram, you say that consumption of Maggi is safe. How do you substantiate your statement?
We have conducted several independent tests on Maggi samples and found it's completely safe to eat. This has been proved by Food Safety Standards Authority of India, and they found MSG within permissible limits.
Then what about those tests which were conducted earlier and found excessive content of MSG?
There are people who are trying to smear our company's name and reputation by misleading the public with the spurious product that's closely related with our product's name.
Who must have done this?
I can't comment on that. We have many contenders and it's a competitive world which we live in. Anybody can resort to anything. But I would say, what steps have to be taken will be taken, and what should be done will be done.
Sir, do you have any message to public?
Oh yes, India is important to us. We have been doing business with India for 100 years. Keeping our consumers in mind, we never put their lives at stake. We have the same quality standards everywhere in the world. Any more questions?
No, sir. Thank you.
Action!
Action! Action!
నీకేం చెప్పాను?
పర్లేదు ఆ పేపర్ తీసేసి వేరే పేపర్.
Hello doctor, I'm not feeling well.
రెడీ అన్నది అందుకనే
యాక్షన్.
Objection, Your Honor.
కెమెరా మళ్ళీ గట్టిగా రా.
అట్లా వేస్తుంది అందుకే కొట్టలేను.
యాక్షన్. యాక్షన్. కామాక్షి ఆగు, నవ్వుతున్నది అది. యాక్షన్.
So there's nothing that you feel your company is responsible for these health issues?
No, absolutely not. Because
యాక్షన్.
Objection, Your Honor.
అరే హర్ష. యాక్షన్. ఓ
Okay.